Today, I want to speak about what to do if you need to sell an aircraft that has a significant amount of maintenance, including a heavy check, coming due. Some people say the best option is to park the plane and make all the costs the next owner's problem. I disagree. If handled correctly, performing the heavy check as part of the sale is advantageous for both the buyer and seller. But let's talk about how you got to this point. Without reserves or a maintenance program, the owner used the plane at the lowest cost, essentially drawing from a maintenance bank account, interest and principal free. The cost to perform the upcoming heavy check is a restoration of the aircraft and that maintenance bank account. If you don't restore the aircraft, the market for the plane will be limited to bottom feeders or wholesalers. On the other hand, a fresh heavy check will expand the market to all the retail buyers. An additional advantage for the seller is that the heavy check can function as a pre-buy, so the seller will avoid the time, effort, and expense of a secondary inspection performed by a buyer. Also, when performing a heavy check as part of the sale, the inspection remains under the control of the seller, giving them the power to choose how discrepancies are handled. For example, instead of replacing an item with a new part, an owner could repair a component, saving thousands of dollars. Lastly, the seller can choose the location, negotiate labor rates, parts markups, and most of all, control the timing and execution of the entire project. There are a number of advantages for the buyer as well that make this kind of effort a win-win for everyone involved. Because the full economic value of the aircraft is being restored, the buyer's initial cost of operation is low. Secondly, the buyer will not have to remove the plane from service later, keeping cost and downtime to a minimum. Next, a heavy check is as good or better than a standard pre-buy. This gives buyers the confidence in the technical condition of the aircraft. Finally, because the seller is paying, the buyer has limited transactional risk if the seller walks. Now, there's no rule saying that this work must be performed in order to sell your airplane. However, since these inspections are mandatory, someone has to pay for the airplane to fly again. If no one pays and the aircraft remains parked, eventually it will become unmarketable. And when the market leaves your aircraft for dead, there are only a few of us that will take on a project like this. So if you have a situation like this, please call me. I'm Dave Coleman. Thanks for watching.